Look, don't get me wrong. I just want you all to understand. I love streaming and I have a good time, okay? I have a good time. I enjoy being here. But there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot that goes into streaming. There's the good part, and then there's the shit part. Today hasn't been joyful. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sick. I'm telling you, chat, I'm sick of this negative shit. I'm sick of it. You can find something, however small. In fact, I saw a quote today and it was just like, if a small thing brings you joy, it's not really a small thing, is it? Because it brings you joy. So just because it may seem like it's not a big deal, it actually kind of is, because happiness, that's what you want. Getting stuff done? Alright. Thank you, Julian. Alright. Right, you fucking sad saps. I'm fucking done. Tell me something that brought you joy. Or else. A little affirmation segment. Okay? Where we, write something that brought us joy, and then together we come up with a group affirmation. Because I'm all about spreading those positive vibes, because look, I spent way too much of my life dealing with trauma and being a sad sack of crap, okay? And there'll be no more of that anymore. I'm sick of it. We're getting shit done. See, look, Julian's already got one on there. Getting shit done. So I put them on a post-it note. I stick them on here with my little yoo-hoo glue stick. And then we put them on the wall. Hang on, let me just show you real quick. I really need to get a hotkey for the cat cam, to be honest. But look, these are all the things that have brought us joy and all our affirmations and stuff. And look, now we have a thick stack. We have a thick rainbow stack. Now look at it. Oh, is she thick? Damn, boy, she's thick! Also, my 7-year-old said she wishes she had your room because you have so many toys. Yeah, I'm a toy collector. I've been collecting since I was like 5 years old. So there you go, 7-year-old. You too can collect things. A lot of the stuff, so some of the stuff, like a lot of my My Little Ponies are from my childhood, but the rest of the stuff I've just collected over time, like my little tiny Sailor Moon collection there. I had so much Sailor Moon stuff when I was little, and my bloody mother got rid of it! So TJ, don't be getting rid of that stuff, because even if you don't use it right now, or it's clutter, look up the prices and stuff, or look up to see whether they're collectibles, because you can actually sell them at a profit. And Julian would know. Julian, who's in the chat before, is a resells games. So like old consoles and like video games and stuff. Hold on to that stuff, because you never know. And you don't want your 30-year-old daughter down the line crying because she misses all the stuff that she used to have when she was younger. So like my little announcement, right, is obviously that I think it's not so much time to say goodbye to streaming, but I need to put my time into other stuff. So I'm still going to stream. It's just probably not going to be as frequent as I thought it was going to be. Looks like I'm about to eat this. It looks like I'm about to eat this yoo-hoo. I don't know, it was in my hand and I felt like I needed to... I'm just going to put that down before something bad happens. Also, I love that this Julian's Ghost chat is like right in front of my face. Hello, everybody! Look how mad Sailor Venus looks. Like, can anybody just like... Somebody needs to zoom in on that in post. We'll zoom in on post! Here's my little announcement. Well, it's not really an announcement, it's just kind of telling you guys about like where my head is at and stuff when it comes to streaming. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like since doing my subathon, I've slowly kind of streamed less and less. And there is a reason for that. There's multiple reasons for that. Now, before anybody panics, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not deleting anything. I'm not disappearing into the void forever. I'm not running away to the countryside to become a pretty princess and live with the fairies. But in saying that, I think I've just realized that like my calling is kind of like elsewhere. And if anybody knows me or has followed me for a long time, That's just kind of something that I've done. Like, I try something for a while. Like, I've been on this platform for like 5 years now. So I started, I think I did my first stream in 2017. And I didn't really start taking streaming seriously until 2020, you know, the year that everybody kind of became a streamer. Yeah, so I've been on here a long time. And I've enjoyed like everything that I've created and all the people that I've met and like everything. I've learned a lot. Like, streaming is a lot. Like, excuse me? Excuse me? I'm trying to have a very serious conversation. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was a little Beerus cameo. I have basically learned a lot of things, and since going back to work after doing my subathon, so for those that don't know, for those that are new, in September... Wait, whoa, what? How are you not following? Maybe, wait, was that from the subathon? Have you been unfollowed this whole time? Okay, so in the subathon, which we're just talking about, I got follow botted and everybody got removed. So maybe, I think it was from the subathon. So it's so weird because you've been subbed to me like this whole time, right? But I think it was because when I got follow botted, when I removed the bots, it removed all my followers as well. So when I did my subathon, the goal was that every sub would make me extend the days that I streamed. And the cap was at 30 days, and I streamed for the whole 30 days, and it was amazing, and I had such a good time, and I just fell in love with streaming, and I was like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do with my life, like, I want this to be my career, you know, I want to quit my job, and I want to be a streamer full-time, okay? So that was where my head was at. And then, because I was off on holidays when this happened, that's why I did the subathon. Back on my subathon, I lost all my followers, so I had 350 followers, and I'm trying to obviously get everybody back. Like, hell, like even Tink, who has been subscribed to me literally since I started streaming, just refollowed now, and this happened back in September. So yeah, if you like my content and you want to be here more often and see me more often, then please drop that follow, because I really appreciate it, and it would really help me out getting all my friends back. Spread the word. I had an emote explosion, I got raided, and the raiders kept following and dropping bits and subs, and my screen was just covered in emotes and you couldn't see me for 5 minutes. Yeah, see? Like, the thing is like, I'm used to like the cozy vibes where I don't have like many people like in here, right? So if I ever got like a huge raid and just everybody decided to like make a hype train or something, I feel like it would just be like emote explosions, fucking commands all over the place, and like, yeah, and then all the chat bubbles and stuff. So yeah, it's a tricky thing to navigate, because you kind of have to work out like the sizing of your channel, I guess. But I think like my concurrent viewers is like 3 point something or something, so like pretty much well, it's not even the average. I think I'm in like, we can look it up, we could look up the stats. All right, we'll go to Twitch tracker, we'll have a little look-see, we'll find out. Twitch tracker, here we go. Finding out what's the dealio. Flower dragon view. Well, there's somebody called the Power Dragon. Interesting. So I am the top 4.18% of Twitch. So, damn, I'm not even the average. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good if you ask me. That's pretty fucking good. Anyway. I think yours is actually better. Wait, what's better? What's better? My concurrent viewers, or is that what you're talking about? Mine has dropped. You know what? And we're gonna talk about it later, because obviously, those of you that are in the Discord kind of know a little bit of what I'm gonna talk about, in regards to my stream and where it's gonna go and what's gonna happen, and like why you haven't seen me as much, like, pretty much since my subathon. Like, I was so keen after my subathon. I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life, this is so much fun, and then I went back to work and things changed a little bit, And obviously my health stuff as well. Like I'm in my 30s, guys, okay? I'm not some spring clucking chicken, okay? Like, that's not... Like, things hurt. Things hurt and nobody tells you why. Like, it's just... Yeah, Anyway, yeah, what's some shit? But you are beautiful. I am. I mean, you can be old and beautiful, right? I'm gonna be old and beautiful until I fucking... In fact, even in death. In death? I shall also be beautiful. But yeah, so when I did my subathon, I was like, yeah, this is what I really want to do with my life. Like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna quit my job. Because at the time, I really hated my job. Like, so this was when my mental health, like, took a real nosedive. My health took a real nosedive. Because right before I went on holidays, I, ended up carted off in an ambulance. On my last day of work, I just couldn't make it. I couldn't make it through the rest of the shift. And yeah, shit was not good. And I was just really hating life and hating working there. And yeah, so that was before I kind of, you know, was back into therapy and learning about manifestation and stuff. And it's actually gotten to a point where I actually really love my job, and I'm glad that I have it. And I'm so lucky that I have a job. I'm an essential worker. And I'm so lucky that I've been able to keep that job, and that I always have money coming in, and I don't have to want for anything. I don't have to worry about anything. And I've kind of changed my perspective on that, which has also kind of changed my perspective on how I see streaming kind of taking a priority. Because the reality is, here's the ugly reality, okay? Most streamers don't take care of themselves in order to create content and show up and be consistent for their community. Like, that is just the reality of it. A lot of streamers will tell you they don't eat properly, they don't sleep properly, they don't get anything else done, they can't, like, do their, you know, just, they can't see friends, they can't do basic self-care shit, take care of their household. Just, you know, everything kind of goes on the back burner, because a lot of streamers also work full-time, like me. I work 5 days a week, so I work, and then sounds like I'm a streamer. Yeah, because you work a lot. It's a lot of work, because, like, what you see is just like, you know, oh, somebody's just, you know, there's just a girl here and she's just talking to people on the internet. Like, how fucking hard can it be? And I think the only people that know how hard it can be is the people that are streamers. You will know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's the ugly side of being a content creator, or being a specifically streaming, though, because being a content creator, yeah, like, it's a lot of work, but a streamer is different. So there's a lot of things to contend with, and I thought it's what I wanted, but the deeper I got into it, I realized that I fucked up. I realized that maybe this isn't what I want. Like, you know, when you see, you know, those bots that come in, they're just like, you want to be famous? And I've always told myself, I don't really want to be famous. Like, that was never, like, really my goal. Like, yeah, I want people to see the shit that I create, but, like, being famous, there's a lot of shit that comes with that. And even if you're a very small streamer, you still get a lot of hate. Even though I have moderators, there's a lot that you don't see that I catch before even my moderators catch it. There's the DMs and stuff that you get, and then I also really am struggling with the parasocial relationships that come with Twitch streaming. And this is like, you know, the same thing with celebrities and stuff, but I feel like particularly with streamers, because you're live and you live react to, you know, anybody can come in here and say whatever the fuck they want, is basically what I'm getting at. And if you are, you know, not having a great mental health day, or, you know, you get triggered by certain things, you have to react to that in your chat live, and people get to see that happen live. So it's a lot. And, you know, like, somebody might say something in the chat and I'll be like, oh, ha, 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 like, laugh it off and stuff, or like act like it's nothing, or not even acknowledge it. But it does take its toll on you. Like, it really does, because it's like, example, something that happened at work today. There was a customer that was a real bitch to me, right? And you have to de-escalate and you have to be nice about it, but everything inside you is screaming at you to just fucking pop them one, you know? Like, but you have to be, like, nice about it. And that's how I feel like streaming is sometimes. Like, you kind of have to keep your cool. And, like, sometimes I don't fucking want to do that. I want to fucking keep my cool sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't like the... like that aspect of it. Streaming is hard, it's draining, you're constantly comparing, constantly thinking about, no, yes, it's a numbers game, like, yes, thank you, Retro. Retro gets it because he's a streamer. Wondering where everyone is, am I being entertaining, am I being fun? Like, yeah, you have imposter syndrome, like, you know, do I deserve this, am I doing the wrong thing? Like, if you struggle with your self-worth in any capacity, maybe streaming is not for you. Like, I was literally watching a BB Jess stream before I started streaming today. Then I popped into Opara's chat. I haven't been actually able to sit down and, like, watch my friends stream anymore because I've been so busy. Like, work has been flat out. And that's what I'm getting at, is it's getting to the point where, like, I physically do not have enough hours in the day to do everything that I want to do and need to do. And when I stream, everything goes by the wayside. Like, there's just... I'm not going to be able to stream consistently. And what is the number one thing that people tell you that you need to do in order to have, like, a big community and grow and blow up on Twitch? You have to be consistent. And I just don't know if I can do that, guys. Like... I work full-time, I work 5 days a week. I have health commitments. I have to stick to these health commitments. It is like a no-brainer. I can't just ignore it anymore. I have to do it. I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of my household. I have a shit ton of backlog of editing I need to do. That's another thing they tell you. That's another thing, a streamer tip. Make sure you're posting content on TikTok, Instagram, Hover, fucking YouTube, fucking what, I don't know, everything. Twitter, you gotta post on everything, you gotta do fucking 6 posts a day and whatever just to get seen in the fucking algorithm. Like, it's bullshit. All I can say now is, like, my heart, like, goes out to every content creator ever, especially when it comes to the algorithms, because that shit is rough. So if there's a streamer or a content creator out there that you really, really love and really, really support, please, like, share their stuff. Like their posts, comment on them, like, give them engagement, because if you don't do that and you just, you know, you're just mindlessly scrolling and you scroll past their post, it gets lost into the void. Like, I had a guy that follows me on Instagram message me recently, and he's like, and he's a big supporter of mine. He's been a big supporter of mine for a long time. And he messaged me. He's just like, I thought you stopped posting. Like, I haven't seen your stuff in ages. And I was just like, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's just the shitty algorithm. And he's like, yeah, that fucking sucks. So that is someone that actually wants to see my content. You ever look at your wall and say, damn, I have too much shit? No, I actually look at it and I think, I don't have enough. I love this room. This is my happy place. But see, this is what I mean. Like, somebody comes in here and says that, and I'm sure it means nothing, but to me, I have to react to that live on stream, and it's just like, if I saw you in real fucking life, I'd fucking shut the fuck up. And that's what I want to do every time somebody comes in here and says something. Like, even if it's remotely, like, it's probably chill and it probably means nothing and there's nothing to look into it. But the real me is like, nah, man, get fucked. like, no? The fuck you mean? And like, that's a, you know, very, very, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's very, very minimal. Like, that's a tiny little thing. People say much, 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 much worse stuff. Like, that's just a nothing. But I'm using that as an example of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm using you as a tiny little example. Retro Johnny, if that is your real name. That's what I'm talking about. Is like having to like compose yourself and be like, oh yeah, what's up, man? Like, just don't even worry about it. Whereas on the inside, I'm like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck off, fucking sick of it. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Twitch just makes you like that. Like, you gotta blow it off and you gotta get... Anyway, I was watching the BB Jess stream. Sorry, I just go on different tangents. I was watching the BB Jess stream and she's just like... Because somebody came into her chat and was like, oh, what's your advice for, like, smaller streamers? Stream more, stream more. That's hard when you have a job. Yeah, sorry, Retro. I've been seeing your comments. I need to go back up and scroll up and look at them. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. But yeah, that's what they tell you. You gotta be consistent. You gotta stream more. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so she gives this advice and she says, be prepared to get shat on. Like, be prepared to get hated. Because that's what the fuck's gonna happen, like, if you become a streamer. There's no way around it. There's not a single community on Twitch, even though it might look like it from the outside. There's not a single community on Twitch that doesn't have a little bit of toxicity in it. Like, just a little bit of, like... If you're a content creator, if you put your shit out on the internet for everybody to see, not everybody's gonna like it, and there's gonna be really fucking loud voices that are gonna tell you that they really don't fucking like it. See, I'm the kind of person, if I don't like something, I don't need to say anything about it. I don't need to announce my departure. I'm not in the fucking airport, okay? I don't have a ticket. I don't need to, like, buy, like, whatever. I just won't watch it, engage with it, whatever. So say I was having a really rough day. Like, this could be anybody, not just me, just any streamer at all. You come in and you say something innocent like that. What you said, completely innocent, right? Somebody else reads into that and they're just like, what the fuck do you mean? I feel attacked. I'm attacked right now. I'm attacked. Like, okay? Like, it's just, I'm using you as an example. That's what streaming is like. So somebody will come in and say something that may or may not trigger you in the moment, depending on how you're feeling. And, like, that's just not something I fucking vibe with, like, at all. It's just, it's a lot. And it's definitely not something I was expecting, because if you do YouTube, because I did YouTube for a very, very long time, it's still on there. People, you know, they'll leave you hate comments and stuff. Hate comments, you just delete them, you know, you just delete them, you move on, right? But the difference with streaming is that people will see your reaction live on stream, and like, and you've got to, like, you know, because you obviously want to keep streaming. If you're only like 10 minutes into a stream and something, sorry, I just got to pull my bra strap up, don't mind me, guys. Do you ever think you don't have enough buruses? I don't think we could handle more buruses, to be honest. Burus is the cat, by the way, for those that don't know. I don't know where she is at the moment. But yeah, like, yeah, her BB Jess's advice was be prepared for the hate. And she used an example, a story. She said that she had a video on TikTok go viral, and it was like 3 million views, like, within the week or something like that. And every comment was pretty much a hate comment. I love that I said comment, which was like a mashup between hate and comment. Every single comment, she said that she read all of them, and she kind of just became desensitized to it, because she was like, fucking hell, like, there's a lot, like, we were not meant to, as humans, we were not meant to be able to see this many opinions just thrown at us. It's one of the reasons why I deleted Facebook. It's one of the reasons why I've deleted a lot of the social medias I've had, or stopped doing the things that I enjoy, because I just don't want to fucking hear the fucking echo chamber that is the internet. Like, the best thing about the internet is that it brought everybody together. The worst thing about the internet is that it brought everybody together. It gave everybody the ability to say whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. And, like, sometimes you're not in a place where you can hear certain things, you know what I mean? So, that's one of the reasons, like, that's one of the... That and the parasocial nature of, like, people slipping into your DMs and being like, oh, you're my best buddy, even though I don't fucking know you or know who you are. Or people, like, they overstep boundaries a lot. And that's just kind of the nature of Twitch and Twitch streaming. Like, you know, like, that's the whole basis. Like, if you want to make Twitch streaming a career, like, it's based on this, but we are best buddies, yes. Like, but that's why I said at the start of this was that there are the relationships that I do, like, it's got to be organic, like, it's got to happen organically, and there's a lot of people that I do consider friends through Twitch, and I'm glad that I've met, like, certain people, like Retro, for example. But I have, in fact, met a lot of people that do overstep and push the boundaries and have made things very difficult for me and have made me uncomfortable. And, you know, and it's hard because, like, when you're a smaller streamer, you don't want to cut people off, and you want to give people a chance. Because, you know, it becomes, like Retro said, it becomes a numbers game. Oh, I need this amount of viewers, I need this amount of subs, I need this amount of bits. Am I not being entertaining enough? Am I not doing this? Am I not doing that? And it's this comparison game, like, oh, how come, you know, this person's stream doesn't look as good as my stream, but they're doing so much better, what am I doing wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just the cycle of negativity, like, that comes in your head, and that's just the nature of Twitch. Like, that is just, it is what it is. It's not like you can sit there and be like, ah, whatever. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Like, because you have to worry about it, especially if you want to make Twitch your career. Like, I have seen some of my favorite streamers break down in tears on stream because they've made stream their career, right? They made streaming their career. They were like, quit their job and they made it their career, and they're literally bawling their eyes out because they can't make ends meet, you know? And it sucks. It sucks to see, like, a creative person that, like, you really enjoy feeling pressured to get the numbers and, you know, just to survive. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I don't think that's something I want. Like, it was like when I did my subathon, and I like, because I wish that I could stream every single day for you guys and hang out and have a good time, but I can't expect you guys to be here every single stream, man. Like, that's a lot. Like, you're so reliant on, like, other people, like, showing up, you know? And, like, you guys have your own lives and your own things that you're doing. Like, I can't, but there are days when I stream and, like, no one's here, you know? Like, and that's not anybody's fault. That's not you guys' fault. It's just, it is what it is. That's life, you know? But when you end a stream like that, like, it sucks. And it makes you feel really shit. And you're just like, I don't know, should I keep doing this? And you're just like, oh, maybe I should stream on this day or that day. And I do a lot of overthinking because of Twitch. And I feel like most Twitch streamers can relate. I want to eventually stream, but it's not a career, just like an occasional thing. Yes, and that's what I want to get at, Tink. I don't think that I want Twitch to be my career anymore. That is what I thought I wanted. But since getting into it, I kind of want streaming to be a little treat. A little delicious, a little treat for you guys. Like, okay? I don't think I can put in that consistent effort that is required to become a full-time Twitch streamer. I just don't think it's possible for me with all my other commitments and the other stuff that I'm realizing that I enjoy so much more. And that's what I also want to talk about. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy with Twitch. I love Twitch. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not deleting anything. I'm staying. I'll still do streams, but it's just not going to be as consistent. I might do one stream a week, maybe one stream a month. Like, it really depends. You guys will know. I will let you guys know on my socials and stuff if you ever want to check me out when I am offline. I have a bunch of socials. And speaking of that, yeah, one day a week works for me. More than that is difficult. Yeah, it's hard. It is very hard when no one's in stream. It's really, it can get really upsetting. And because you're live, it's not like you can say anything about it. Like, I don't want to make people feel bad that they're not around, or, you know, a new person comes in and they're just, and all they hear is me like, oh, nobody's watching my stream, a boo-hoo. Like, you know, like, nobody wants to hear that. Like, I want you guys to come in here and have a good time. Okay? Another part, actually, that I haven't spoken about yet is the whole moderation side of it, right? Like, I want to keep you guys safe. I want to keep myself safe. I want to have a good time. And I get it, like, you know, sometimes people want to come in here and they want to talk about their problems and stuff. But I find that shit really triggering because I just try as best as I can to have a positive vibe. And I get that that's not everybody's cup of tea and people want to feel like they're safe to talk about their mental health and their trauma. But it's trauma dumping. And trauma dumping is a thing that happens on stream all the time. Like, recently, when a celebrity passed away, everybody was spamming all the top streamers' chats telling the streamer that a certain person had passed away. And, you know, certain streamers were really upset about it. And there's nothing they can do about it because there's only so much you can moderate. Like, you can't unsee something. I can't just be like, what? Just put that back in my brain. Like, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Like, there's only so much that you can get rid of. And And if if your moderators like aren't around to catch it before you see it, there's nothing you can really do about that. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just the nature of Twitch. That's what I'm talking about. It's the nature of Twitch that I take issue with. It's not that I hate it, but there's good and bad to it, and the bad to it really does like grind on me. And I think that's something that like I just couldn't do it full time. And I don't have the capacity. Did you make those accessories for your headset, or how is it sold? It is from a store on Etsy called Gadgetalicious. They do a bunch of different stuff. So these are the dragon wings and the demon horns. So they have an Etsy called Gadgetalicious. So I hope that helps. Super Master Pig. Imagine being able to watch something you love, unseeing it, and then watching it again for the first time. I mean, that would be great. That would be great. Don't you sit on the modem. I see you, little cheeky. Cat's down there. That is so cool. Thank you. You're welcome. I think one of my biggest pet hates is when people they have something cool, right? So this is cool, Someone comes in, they ask me, hey, where'd you get the cool thing? And I'm like, this is where I got the cool thing. But there's people that gatekeep and they're like, oh, I don't want anybody else to have the cool thing. I'm just gonna ignore your comment and not tell you where I got the cool thing. Like, why? I've never understood that. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna copy me? You're gonna look exactly the fucking same as me? Fucking doubt it. Like, I don't know. People are very strange. People are very strange. I've never understood that. So if there's anything that you ever see that I'm wearing or something that I have, like, I would tell you where I got it. Like, I have no problem doing that. Like, it doesn't bother me. If I remember where I got something, I will tell you. So we're kind of doing just a little bit of a just chatting stream today, but I think it was needed. And that was another thing I was thinking was, maybe I can make my stream shorter, because I was thinking of every possible way that I could just make streaming work in my current lifestyle. And my current lifestyle, so here's the new things. Here's the new things, right? So I've discovered, so look, I've always been a very creative person, very artistic. I used to do a lot of art. Baisha will know we used to sit there for hours and just draw art together. And I really haven't had that creative outlet because I kind of stopped doing the whole, because I did modeling, for those that don't know. I did alternative modeling for like 10 years of my life. I did I've done video creation like for probably about the same amount of time, since 2007, I think, on YouTube. So I always had like a creative outlet, and streaming is a little bit different. Like, it just doesn't feel... It doesn't feel the same because you're just on here. Obviously, you're being entertaining and you're talking and you're hanging out and stuff, and you're playing games. But it's not hands-on. Like, I feel like I'm not really creating something. I'm not really... Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it in any other way. It's not like drawing. It's not like painting a picture, Like, it's a little bit different. And you're basically, like, regurgitating the content that you make. So, like, that's why I get you guys to clip stuff for me, because when you clip something for me, I can put it on TikTok and YouTube and blah 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 blah, right? But it's just regurgitating what I've already done. Like, I've already done it. I already sat here and I made the content, okay? Like, I'm just putting it into another format to show it to other people, hopefully on other platforms, if that works out. Which, with the algorithms the way they are, it's not easy, is it? Shouldn't affirm that. It's so easy. My stuff always gets seen. I'm always put in the recommended. Like, everything's hunky-dory. Everything's all good. Yeah, it's more like tech than art. Yeah, it's very technical. Streaming is very technical. Like, I had to learn a lot. Like, the way my stream looks now is like 10 out of 10 compared to what it used to look like when I started. It was so scuffed. You think I'm scuffed now? We should have seen it like fucking like 2 years ago. It was so bad. And I'm glad that I've learned like how to do all the things that I have, and I love like showing other people how to do things and helping people out, because I know that it's tough and like, it's really hard to find certain tutorials of how to do certain things. So it's just not giving me the creative outlet that I would like. So on that, I've discovered, so I used to be really big into photography, because obviously I modeled for a really long time. But I used to be really big into photography, and I've discovered that I kind of want to do that a little bit more, just with my phone. Like, the smartphones now are like a fucking DSLR camera, like 10 years ago. Like, it's crazy, the pictures that you can take on a phone. And I just, you know, because I have to go out and I have to walk and like do exercise a lot, like because of my health and shit. Because I deal with like chronic pain and like heart issues and stuff, so like I have to, like, that's what I'm saying, is that I am finding it hard to kind of put streaming into my schedule because my health now does have to take precedence over other stuff. And whenever I stream, I don't go to bed at a reasonable hour. I don't eat properly. I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's 7 o'clock and I haven't eaten dinner yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just because I get caught, I get carried away talking to you guys, and I love being here. Like, it's not the being on stream part that I don't like. It's just everything else just kind of falls by the wayside because of it. So, yeah, this is just my long-winded way of saying that I've discovered other things, and I think that I'm actually happy with my job. Whoever thought that I would say that, but I actually really like my job, and I'm glad that I have my job, and if I end up doing that for the rest of my life, that's what I'll do. It'll pay for my hobbies. Like, I'm happy with that. And my new hobby is I want to go out and take pretty pictures. I want to dress up like a fucking medieval princess and run around in a fucking castle in Ireland. Like, that's what I want to do. No word of a joke. Like, that's what I want to do. So I'm still going to be creating stuff. I've made 3 new Instagrams. So I've got Flower Dragon Eats, of Flora and Fire, which is my dark naturalism stuff. Like, if you guys haven't seen dark naturalism, dark academia, oh, fuck me, it's fantasy core. Oh my god, I love that shit. That's what I want to create more of. And then I've also got a Flower Dragon Whispers. So I used to do ASMR a lot, and that kind of went by the wayside as well. So YouTube was a little bit easier to navigate back when I was doing YouTube. I had a gaming channel, I had my ASMR channel, I had a vlog channel. I used to vlog. That's how I started on YouTube. I did vlogs and stuff. But I deleted my old channel, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm not deleting my Twitch. I'm not deleting any of my Instagrams. Yes, thank you for everybody that followed my new Instagrams and stuff, by the way. I appreciate it. I get that people like might not understand why I need so many, but the way that Instagram works is that you can't just post whatever the fuck you want and have a messy looking feed. Like, it's got to be intricate and, you know, all blend together. Which is why I've separated everything. I can't just have food on a fucking goth Instagram account. Like, it just doesn't make fucking sense. Like, unless it's gothic style food, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so you have to kind of separate. It's like when people make a YouTube channel, they have a gaming channel, and then they make a separate vlog channel. It's like that. You've got to separate people. Yeah, people like very clean, crisp, similar feeds. Okay? So that's why you kind of have to divvy it up a bit, which is why people say choose a niche, stick with it. But if it's someone like me, I like a lot of things. I love this shit. I love color and collecting a lot of stuff, and I love video games. But I also like cottagecore, and I also like pastel princessy fucking anime shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I like. My feed is so messy, but you know, like, if you haven't found your niche yet, like, that's okay. Like, maybe eventually you can make a separate Instagram for different stuff. You just got to work out like what you want to do, and I want to do multiple different things. But what I've been doing is when I've been going out for my walks and stuff, I've been taking photos and editing them and posting them. Because I'm really into dark naturalism and dark academia and fantasy core right now, which is, I can show you. Let me get Pinterest up. I'm going to show you guys what I'm getting into, what you can expect to see from me. Not on stream. Stream is still going to be the same. We're still going to do our affirmations. We're going to watch links together. We're going to play video games. So when I stream, that's what you're going to get. I'm not just going to all of a sudden do a complete rebrand and change everything that I'm doing now. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with where my stream is at now. I'm happy. This is good. How it is right now, like, I like the way everything looks. Everything, yep, happy with that. But I want to move on to something new. So let me just find Pinterest and log in. This is my, Pinterest. So we got on here, Fairy Cottagecore, Dark Naturalism, Manifestation. You guys know we love manifestation in this house. Thank you, Julian, for giving a little pat there to Flora. Fantasy Core, Dark Royal Core, Slumber Party Aesthetic, and Dark Academia. So I want to show you dark naturalism because that's what inspired this new burst of creativity, if you will. But this is it. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to fucking wear ribbons in my hair and stand out in a fucking field and just fucking love my life. I want to take pictures like this. So if any of my friends, look, it's only going to be on my phone, okay? I'm not getting some fancy DSLR camera. If you want to fucking dress up and go to a fucking forest and have your picture taken, I'm down for that, okay? Okay? Yes, Tink. If you wanna, like, you wanna hook up, if you wanna drive us out into the middle of fucking nowhere and stand in a field with your pretty hair out and like pretty outfit, holding a fucking lantern, let's go. Let's fucking make it happen. Cause like I said, I'm only gonna do shit on my phone. I do think I have some photos from my phone on here. Okay, so this one, this is me. I took this. This is mine. This was from my Instagram. So I put a few of mine in here, but this is what I want to do. I want to take pictures like this. This is what I want to do. This I need to do this. I have a calling. I've been summoned. This is what I need to do. Where's my other one? I know I've put more stuff on here. Oh yeah, this one. I did this. I took this one. So this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing with my time. Oh, this one. This one I did. This is me as well. Took this. So this is what I've been doing, and this is what I want to do. Because before, like, I was at a point where I was like, oh, I want to take, you know, portraits of myself, and that's why I did modeling for such a long time. Speaking of which, we can see some of my modeling pictures. So fantasy core is the other thing I want to get into. So this is me, everyone, from back when I used to do modeling. This was taken by Jackie Jakubowski. If you want to check her out, I think she still does photography. But I want to, you know, I went through that time where it was, you know, all about me and I was the model and, you know. And now I just want to create art and put pretty pictures on the internet for people to admire or not admire. If they don't admire it, they can just fucking... Anyway. Anyway. That looks like you. Yes, it's me. It's Elf Flower Dragon. So I am going to buy some elf ears again and do that. But yeah, so this is fantasy core. You know, running around in big dresses and castles. So like, you know how I was, and I feel like Twitch did this to me. You know how I was saying that like I couldn't really find a look that I was happy with? Like I couldn't look in the mirror and go, there she is. That's the one, that's me. And I think Twitch plays a big part in that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is me. I was showing you. I modeled. I was a model for 10 years, Retro. This is one of my modeling shots from my portfolio. So yeah, before I did Twitch, actually, no, I did YouTube. I was doing YouTube and modeling kind of at the same time. I deleted my old YouTube channel. I quit modeling and then I started 3 new YouTube channels, and then I got, yeah, that's how I met Tink. That's how I met Tink, is from modeling, because Tink is a model. So, you know, you meet friends in all these different places, you know, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I modeled. I'm glad that I did. It was such a good time. I have very, very fond memories. And the other thing that I'm into is like slumber party pastel princess aesthetic, okay? So, here, look, here's me. Me in my bedroom. My bedroom, this is my bedroom. Oh, look, it's Salem. Look. So this is the other thing that like I want to do. Like, I like shabby chic pastel princess stuff. And that really doesn't tie into the aesthetic. So that's why I've kind of made a separate Instagram account for that. So yeah, so that's kind of where the wind wants to take me. So I want to hang out in fucking libraries and like churches and shit with my fucking little ribbons in my hair, alright? Or my friends, whoever decides they want to come along for the ride. Fucking let's go. Let's go. This is the kind of shit I want to do. And then the other thing, obviously, that I love, which doesn't really tie into, like, this kind of darker stuff, is, like, the fairy core stuff and the cottage core stuff. Like, we literally have, in our fucking botanical gardens here, we have a wisteria lane. We have one of these. I can literally take this picture if I wanted to. Right? Like, look, like, I want to do this shit. This is what I want to do. Like, and you know what? Like, I looked at this and I was like, I can make that. I just need a really fucking big hula hoop and I'll just fucking weave the freaking, like, the vines and the flowers and shit on it. And then, like, just suspend it or some shit. Like, how fucking easy. Like, this whole new thing has just inspired this, like, creative spark in me. It's lit a fire underneath my asshole. And, like, this is what I'm going to be doing. When you don't see me on stream, I'm going to be living my best life, okay? I'm going to be living my best fairy, elven, princess, running around in the fields of Ireland best life, okay? I hope that made sense. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going to be streaming as much because I physically cannot do that if I want to get done all the other stuff that I want to get done. So I think streams will probably it's going to be a sometimes thing. It's going to be a bit of a treat. It's going to be a little bit of a treat for you guys. Cause yeah, like there's I don't know, this feels right. This feels right to me. So this is what I want to do, and I hope you guys understand. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving you. I'm not disappearing off the face of the planet. I'm always going to be making content. I will be making content until the day that I die. I'm always going to be creating stuff until the day that I die. Fuck it. In the afterlife, I'll also create shit. Alright? But I want to be happy, man. Like, I want to be happy, and like, I'll tell you what, like, round of applause for all of the Twitch streamers, all the full-time streamers, all the small streamers, like, trying to make it in this little Twitch world, okay? There's a lot of work, and don't let any motherfucker tell you that it isn't, okay? You're doing a really good job. And just remember, Flower Dragon's proud of you, okay? Because it's a lot. I've learned so much, and it's been a huge learning curve, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I did Twitch. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm not unhappy. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not fucking flipping my desk and I'm fucking out of here. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm really happy with where my stream is at right now. Like, I'm happy with this. I like the way that it looks. I like everything that I've learned. I want to help other people, you know, do their Twitch stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that, like, you know, people just don't know. And I'm here to help if you need it. But yeah, the whole, like, obviously all the negative side of it is just not something I signed up for, really. And, I want to put less of my time into this and more of my time into stuff that actually makes me feel good. And, like, I love vibing with you guys and, like, having a good time and, like, we have our chats and, like, you know, but sometimes it gets really deep. And we talk about, like, you know, sensitive topics and shit, and, like, I didn't sign up for that. Like, you know, I want my stream to be this kind of positive place. And I get that that's probably a big ask. Like I said, you know, that's just the nature of Twitch. Like, people can come in and say whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. And there's only so much you can moderate. Especially, like, offline as well. Like, I dabbled with the idea of, like, deleting my Discord. But Julian, kind of said, you know, I don't think you should do that. Which I get, because obviously I built a little community here and that's how you kind of communicate with each other. So I probably won't do that. So you guys can let me know your opinions on that if you want. But I think it was more just the side where, like, it's very intimate, the Discord, because people can message you and they can DM you and they can say things that you're not really expecting. And then, like I said, you can only moderate so much. You can't unsee the thing that you have witnessed that has triggered you. You can't unsee it. It's not gonna go away. And that's something that, like, you know, I've struggled with a bit when it comes to the relationships that, like, you have with people on Twitch, because, you know, if you want to make it a full-time thing, if you want it to be a full-time job, you know, you kind of have to have these parasocial intimate relationships with people, because they're the ones that are funding your kind of your Twitch journey, I guess. And for those that don't know, I'm actually pretty antisocial. Actually, Tink posted a really good meme the other day. That is me in a nutshell. Let me just get it up on the screen for you. My introverted ass, like, friend? No socialize. Only friend. Like, if that ain't, bitch, if that ain't me, like, oh my god. Like, like, sometimes I don't have the energy, you know? Like, I want to be, like, I want to be friends with everybody, but at the same time, it's just like, stay back. Like, I don't know. Like, like I said, I just want to prance around in the fields of Ireland and be a pretty princess, okay? Like, I don't need fucking people in my chat being like, you're a fagly hoe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to hang out? You want to play games? You want to play games? You want to play games? You want to hang out? You want to hang out? Like, sometimes, like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I don't know, like I said, I love all the friends that I've, like, made on here, and, like, you guys know who you are. Like, you know who you are. Anybody that's, like, a troublemaker or has caused issues, like, they're not in the community anymore, so you know what I mean? So I'm not talking about anybody that's here. It's just, yeah, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of drama that's happened. Yeah, I don't really like that side of Twitch. Wasn't expecting it, so if anybody wants to get into streaming, expect it. Expect the hate. Expect people to become very, very clingy and, demanding. And entitled. But there's also a lot of good, obviously, that comes with it too. You know, you make friends, you build a community. You know, like, you guys have funded, like, my stream setup, like this microphone, for example. Like, everything, like, my lighting, like, everything, my PC. Like, you guys did that. Every cent that I got from Twitch, I put right back into my stream. Really, I don't understand how people can be like that. I get it. Like, I do get it. It's like when you watch a celebrity, right? And, like, you feel like you know them. And, like, YouTube's the same. Like, you know, it's very... the parasocial nature. So what does parasocial mean? It's basically, like, when somebody becomes, like, emotionally invested in, like, another person's life without actually properly, truly knowing them. And I get it. Like, I've been there. I feel like I've probably done that to someone before because, like, I've just really liked their content and, you know, maybe I came on too strong. You know, I've probably done it. We're probably all guilty of it, but we probably mean nothing by it. But, you know, it can make people uncomfortable. And it sucks because, you know, it has to be organic. Like, friendship grows organically. Like, it's not something that can ever be forced, you know? And with Twitch, because you're seeing somebody like I'm here live talking to you right now. Like, this is not a drill. Like, you know what I mean? So you get to see my reactions in real time. So if somebody says something triggering, you're gonna see me break down on stream, which I have, and I've seen lots of my friends and lots of my favorite streamers break down on stream because of stuff that's going on. All the various internet social outlets can sap a lot of energy. Definitely important that you got to do a lot to protect your mental peace. Yes, thank you, Heartshaped. See, this is why you need to go fucking follow and sub to Heartshaped, okay? Because she has a lot of insight. Okay, we love that. We love learning. We love knowledge. Because, yeah, it is. Social media is very draining. We were never meant to hear this many opinions as people. We were not meant to see this shit. We've seen too much. Enough is enough. We don't need to see anymore, okay? Like, and you do need to take those mental health breaks. But what I wanted to say was, I can't really do this with Twitch. Like, I can't sit here and be like, you know what? I'm just going to take a month off of streaming and we're going to go to the Winchester and we're going to wait for this all to blow over. Like, I know that that's not going to fix the problem, so I'm not going to tell you that I'm just going to take a break for a while and come back. I don't want to take a break. I don't need to take a break. I'm settled in my decision. I'm just not going to stream as much as what I used to. That's the reality of it. And I don't particularly really want to stream as much as I was because I'm excited to try all these new things that I just showed you. Like, I'm really excited, if you can't tell. Like, I'm super excited about it. So, yeah, like, I'm still gonna be doing stuff. and I still want to hang out, and I want to do our little, you know, our little affirmations and watch links together and play video games, because I love video games. I will always love video games. I love playing video games. I love hanging out with you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love having a good time. It's just that it gets a little bit draining. I love when you guys talk to each other. So that's a big thing that I like about streaming, is that, you know, you guys become friends and you like talk to each other and you feel, and I've had people tell me that they finally feel like they have a group of friends now since finding my community. And that makes me have the warm fuzzies inside. Because I am glad, and I want this to be a safe, happy space for you to come to. And I try to do as best as I can to make it as minimal toxicity as possible. You know, maybe it's an impossible task, but I'm not going to affirm that. We're gonna have a nice, positive community here, and I will get you all to think positively and affirm positive things. This isn't toxic positivity. This is about taking control of your motherfucking lives. Do you want to have a good time? Then listen to what I'm saying. Like, you do great at minimal toxicity. The toxicity you get is me screaming at you to be your best self. Like, that's like you have the power to do it. At the start of streams, which you would have missed, is we share something that brought us joy. And I write it on a post-it note. I've got a big thick stack of fucking post-it notes. Check me out. Oh, check me out, my thick stack. And we put it on the wall, and it's a beautiful rainbow of positivity. And just like, look, don't, even if you think that it's small, it's not small, because it brought you joy, and that is what life is about. Happiness. Stop doing shit you don't want to do. You don't have to. You can have a good time. And sometimes you just want to sit there and watch a Markiplier video, and it just gives you the good vibe juice, okay? I get really sick, like, sometimes, like, after a stream. Like, my head really hurts, because obviously the headset and then, like, the beaming light on my face, like... And I literally wake up the next morning with, like, it feels like I've had a hangover. Like, it's not a fun time. That's another thing they don't tell you about streaming. Like, sitting here for long periods of time, like, it's not great for your body. Like... So, you know, it's definitely not something I think that I could make a career out of. So that's why we've kind of reassessed things. And like, I don't hate my job anymore. Who would have thought? The power of positive thinking. Yeah, I've followed so many people that like I forget even who they are. Like I've cleared my feed a lot and unfollowed a lot of people that like I have no idea who they are. So they're either like friends of someone or like, because I always like to drop a follow like when I like raid or like when somebody else raids, and like sometimes you don't end up vibing with that person's content. And that's another thing, like that's another reason that I didn't really talk about or touch on today when we were talking about like where my stream's going and stuff, is that when you're streaming, like, you know, you're told to network and like, you know, it's a lot of work to kind of like sit in heaps of people's different streams and you got to follow everybody and stuff. And I am the kind of person that likes to have a very neat feed. I only want to follow people that I actually like their content. I don't want to have to mute people and, you know, ignore people, you know what I mean? I just want to have the people that like I actually want to vibe with their content like in my feed. Like be that Twitch, be that Twitter, be that Instagram or whatever. I've just always been like that. I don't want to feel like obligated, like if somebody follows me I don't want to have to like follow them back kind of thing. Like I feel like that shouldn't be an expected thing, and I feel like it kind of is a little bit on Twitch. Like it's not, but it is. It's not, but it is, you know? Like if you know, you know. Thanks for hanging with me, and thanks for being so supportive of like my goals and what I want to go ahead with. And I hope I didn't like make anybody worry or freak out. I'm not leaving forever. I just want to try new things, and I'm still gonna do streams, and we're still gonna have the same format. I just want time to do other stuff, and I want to take care of myself, which I'm going to do now. Yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to say. I think like that's it. That's the announcement. I'm excited about trying different things and experimenting with other stuff. I'm still gonna stream. I still have a shit ton of fucking editing that I need to do. Yeah. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not deleting anything. I'm still gonna be around. I'm not abandoning you guys. I've just realized that I thought that Twitch as a career was something I wanted, and now I've realized that I don't really need it to be. And I just want this to be like a fun sometimes thing, like a little treat, you know? Most importantly, we love you all, Retro. I love you too. I love you too.